Samoa Joe is in the house. Samoa, thank you very much for your time. You are one of the most dominant and respected figures in pro wrestling. What does it mean to you to still be at the top after such a long, successful career?
It means a lot. I'm very happy that the fans still enjoy what I do. I've definitely been driven by their respect and admiration, and to still have it this many years later, it's a big honor for me.
After your injury, you shocked everyone by returning and attacking the patriarchy. How was your recovery process, and what motivated you to come back with such a strong message toward Christian and his group?
It was difficult. Anytime you're driven through a wall, it leads to usually a long recovery time. During that time, got to get away a little bit, do some filming on some other projects, and while I healed, and as soon as 100%, I knew I had to get back. Hook had already kind of avenged me on the Jericho front, and we had a new target in front of us in the patriarchy. So I thought I'd make my presence known, and there's no better way than beating up Rick.
Shortly after, you attacked the Death Riders, a dynasty, and took the trios title from them. What did that victory mean to you, especially against such a solid team?
Oh, it meant a tremendous amount. I mean, we have just formed the Ops. We're a small fledgling group of very violent individuals, and we were looking for championship gold. And there's no better people to take it from than the Death Riders, obviously. Many AEW fans are disgusted and sick of them, and the Ops are just trying to do their best to clean up the division and give you real trios champion.
Yeah, this title reign comes with Powerhouse Hobbs, who's been a key part of the Ops. How would you describe the chemistry between you and what you've been built together?
So, with Hobbs, it's very easy to have chemistry with somebody like Hobbs. He's a very strong, big, violent individual who goes out there and beats up everything in front of him. And, anytime you have somebody like that on your side, it's pretty easy to get along with that type of person. And, Hobbs stepped up, obviously the Death Riders injured Hook. Hobbs and Hook have a very long history. They're almost like brothers in a lot of sense. And, Hobbs stepped up for his brother, joined the Ops, and now he finds himself a champion.
Samoa, this Wednesday you face Jon Moxley in a steel cage match for the AEW World Championship. What can fans expect from this clash between two of the toughest wrestlers in the business?
Oh, I'll tell you, Jon Moxley, absolutely a very tough individual. I mean, somebody who's capable of taking a tremendous beating and keep coming forward. Unfortunately for Mox, I'm capable of beating him up far worse than he'll ever be able to walk through. And, I look forward to doing so. He keeps telling everybody in the world that, nobody gets their ass kicked better than Jon Moxley. And all I'm going to do Wednesday is prove that is absolutely true.
Yeah, you had a long and intense rivalry with Jon Moxley throughout your career. How do you reflect and
Oh yeah. We have a lot of history. I've been known. I've put him out a few times. I've put him out of action, injured him plenty of times, and I know he has a bone to pick with me, and we'll see if he can this Wednesday when I take the AEW Championship.
Samoa, a Double or Nothing, Will Ospreay and Hangman Adam Page will face in the Owen Hart Cup final for a world title shot at All In. What's your take on that match, and how do you see both as potential challengers?
I think you have two individuals who represent the new face of the industry. I think you have two individuals who are highly motivated, highly talented, and probably in their primes of their game right now, facing off for that opportunity. Obviously, I'll be watching that match closely, and if you were to ask me who would win out of those two gentlemen right now, I don't know. Both guys are streaking. Both guys are decimating anybody they're putting in front of them. I think Hangman Adam Page is on a bit of a mission, but I think the talent of Will Ospreay just can't be denied. I think that the talent can't be denied on either side of this.
Samoa, I don't know if you know, but AEW is coming to Mexico for the first time in June. What are your thoughts in this international expansion, and what message do you have for the Mexican fans who will see you live for the first time?
I think it's a beautiful thing. I think, for a long time, Lucha Libre has made its way into the United States and has found a prevalent place here in the wrestling culture. And I think, AEW coming down to Mexico is probably long overdue. And, the reality of it is the wrestling fandom international is coming together like never has before. And I think that, our company and companies around the world expanding, getting out to these markets and getting out to these, giving them the live experience and giving them the show they deserve is a wonderful thing. And I always look forward to venturing down to Mexico and having a great time, especially, comes to Mexico City and all the wonderful things there.
Samoa, thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Y bueno, nos vemos pronto, nos vemos en México y nosotros todavía no nos vamos, no se despeguen.